create a Zoom meeting. After you've done your profile and created an account, which is really easy to do, after you've done that, this is a screen that you're going to see. Everyone's assigned the same kind of information. But to create a meeting, you're going to go to the left-hand column and you're going to click on meetings and you're going to schedule a meeting. Once you're here, we're going to adjust a few things on this screen to move forward. So the topic, usually I write Horizons, and then the date of the meeting that we're going to have. So maybe we're going to have something on the 4th of this month. Then I do not put a description because usually we include this information in an email that has some other information. You can include a description. I don't think it's very helpful for us though. So you're going to choose the same date of when you want your meeting. So we're going to have something on Tuesday. And let's say that maybe we're going to have it at a different time. You just scroll up or down to find whatever time you want. Maybe you want something at 4 in the afternoon. Our durations are usually 2 hours, so I adjust this to 2 hours. Double check that your time zone is correct. After you've done this once, you won't need to do it again. We're Pacific time, so don't forget that. I do not click on reoccurring meetings, and I do not click on registration. Leave both, or required registration. Leave both those blank. I do generate automatically for the meeting. Security with the passcode, I always put our troop number. It's super easy. You could adjust that number every single time. Leave the video on for both the host and the participants. Also leave the audio for both telephone or computer. We have girls sign in on their phones. I also leave it to when someone's joining the actual meeting that girls could join before the host. And I do not mute participants. I like being able to hear everyone when they come on. And we are going to talk about break rooms and breakout rooms being pre-assigned in a few minutes. So sometimes we might want to click this off, and I'll show you how to create a breakout room in a little bit. And record the meeting. I also do not record our meetings. It takes up a lot of space and no one's ever going to watch that again. And that is all you need to do, and you click save. So once I click save, it opens up to this other window, and usually this is kind of all you're going to need, but one thing that's cool, when you scroll down to the bottom, you see the word poll. And this is where, I'm sure you guys remember, we did some polls last year, and you could add all of these polls you want ahead of time. So you're going to want to, if you're having multiple polls during a meeting, you're going to want to title them to make sure you're sending out the right question. So maybe I'm going to title this color. And it's going to say, what is your favorite color? And then I'm going to pre-assign colors that I think are going to be interesting, or that's it. And I can choose a single choice. They're only allowed to choose one, or multiple choice where maybe they could choose all 3 of them because all 3 of those colors are their favorite color. So I can click save there, or I can ask another question. And what will happen is when I prompt the color poll, it will ask all of these polls at the same time, at one order. After you answer your favorite color, maybe it's fave food. So then we could type Mexican, Italian. And again, we could select single choice, so they can only choose one or the other, or multiple choice. Whatever you guys decide is important for the question you're asking. And then you click save. Then the next thing you're going to want to think about is maybe I do need another question in my poll. So you can open up, and when you clicked add, it opens up to another poll. And maybe we're going to ask a question about junior jam. And in that, it's going to say skills. And maybe you're going to try to see what someone feels very confident in their skills. And you're going to fill this out for them to see. And it's just getting a gauge. Because again, you don't get to see what everyone votes. You do not get to see their votes. But you get to see the total outcome of their votes, which is nice. And you could share those options too if you like. So that you can do polls during the meeting. It is challenging to run and host a meeting and add a poll because all of that downtime is kind of silence and it's hard to do. So what you do after you've finished whatever you need to do, up here, there is this copy invitation on the right-hand side. You're going to click copy invitation, and you're going to click copy meeting invitation. This copies the whole thing to your clipboard. Then you're going to go back to your email. My email happens to be open. I'm going to compose an email, and I'm going to paste this into the email. And it leaves all of this information. I leave everything in there when I'm doing this. Sometimes you can delete the, hey there, Laura Kramer is inviting you. But all of this other information is helpful to have, especially depending upon how everyone is calling in. So I do leave that information present. And that is how you create a meeting. It's super easy, super nice to do. And in our next session, I'll show you guys how to start meetings and what you could do with those.